I'd like to welcome everybody to the Delaware County Commissioners meeting. It is Monday, April 15th, 2024. Time is 9 o'clock. If everybody could please stand for the pledge. Okay, can you call the roll, please?
Henry.
Here.
Reagan.
Present.
King.
Present. First up, we have a public hearing for the Muncie Land Bank. Anybody here to for or against it? If not, I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Second. Motion.
Second.
A motion is second. Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Henry.
Yes.
Reagan.
Yes.
King.
Yes. Next, we have appointments for the Board of Zoning of Appeals.
I would like to, I know we've received several people interested. I would like to continue to hold on that until we find.
I use more people for all of our boards. I agree.
Do you want to table it?
Yes.
Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Henry.
Yes.
Reagan.
Yes.
King.
Yes.
Um,
Next, we'll move to tabled business. Sherry, I think you wanted to.
yeah, we've been having some, not issues, but just, clarification on some things, so I'll make a motion to remove the February 20th and the March 4th minutes to be approved.
I'll second it.
Have a motion to remove February 20th and March 4th minutes from being tabled. Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Henry.
Yes.
Reagan.
Yes,
King.
Yes.
I'll make a motion to adopt.
I'll second the approval.
Have a motion and a second for approval. Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Henry.
Yes.
Reagan.
Yes.
King.
Yes. Next, we'll move approval of minutes for Commissioners meeting April 1st, 2024.
I'd like to table those minutes till I've had time to ask some questions.
Got a motion?
Motion.
I'll second it.
Have a motion and a second to table April 1st, 2024 meeting minutes. Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Henry.
Yes.
Reagan.
Yes.
King.
Yes. Next, we have presentation proclamation for Marta Moody, Senator Alexander.
Thank you, Commissioners. When I first wanted to talk about doing the resolution, I called Kyle down to the GIS office and let's see what kind of video presentation we could put together. And the idea at the time was to put together maybe a map that would have shown how Marta's tenure here at the county would have changed the map in Delaware County. We both kind of decided that'd be really difficult to do. Plus, at the beginning, we'd see a map of Delaware County and then we'd see one that was probably a totally different color by all the changes that she made. But there was already, thankfully, a video put together, and I have that video here. With your permission, I'd go ahead and play that, and then I'll present the resolution.
So I think Marta Moody is because her longevity,
And the lights off.
decided more of the target the governance award for her work on that board. So that was a really strong moment for me because well respected Marta has been in the community, but also in her profession. System grit to do her stuff together. She can fit puzzle pieces together so well, both in the professional world, but also in her governance and volunteer work with Cardinal Greenways.
I had the opportunity to work with Marta as a board member of the Muncie Action Plan. She was instrumental in bringing together the partners and the resources that we needed in order to do a new comprehensive plan for the county and strategic investment plan for the city of Muncie. So without MARTA, without her relationships, without her connection to the funders in town, we would not have been able to be successful with that process. So it's thanks to her that we have those new documents that are leading our community and providing a plan for us to move forward.
In 1993, she literally was with us. And so that's like almost day one from the Greenway organization forming. She helped us write the first grants to the state to acquire the land. And then she just stayed with us, stayed with the organization. So then in 2012, I convinced Marta to be our board president. And it took a little bit of conversation with her, but I told her she was the right person for that at that time. And she just jumped right in, helping change our board from a board that really oversaw construction of our trail to one that needed to start managing our trail system, managing the miles that we had in place.
Marta hired me about 23 years ago into a GIS planner position right out of graduating from Ball State. I worked for her directly in her office for 5 years before moving into the GIS coordinator position. She was a really early adopter of GIS technology. She started building the GIS, getting the first software and data sets in the mid to late 90s, well before a lot of the other local governments in the area. She understood how valuable the new GIS technology was and how it could dramatically increase the efficiency, not only in her office, but as local government as a whole. She was the sole reason that we were able to build such a robust GIS system here in Delaware County.
I think we would be very hard pressed to find a planner in Indiana who helped the careers of other planners along more than Marta. There are so many planners whose careers she helped along, either because they saw her present at a conference when she spoke, or they were a Ball State student and she came to one of their presentations and gave feedback over all these 30, 40 years that she was a planner here in Muncie. She was just tireless and spared no effort to help others become better planners.
I have worked with Marta more than 20 years, perhaps maybe 25 years to 30 years, and I actually went back to summarize all those different opportunities I've had working with her. I never told Marta no. Whenever she asked me, I felt actually honored that she would ask me to serve on committees with her because I learned so much from Marta in terms of traffic studies, traffic flow. It helped me understand working with NDOT, federal funds, and so forth. She was always good at bringing together the right and the left. And she would find a happy medium for everybody. But her goal at the end is what was best for Muncie and Delaware County. So I went to the website, the APA website, and started examining those different awards that were given out. What I found was our values. We believe that. I'm going to read a few of these. One was for a critical function. The other is balancing varied interests and resources. Objective and open-minded. Comprehensive, inclusive, and empowering. Values the diversity of Indiana's communities, cultures, and places. You can put Marta Moody's name on that, and that explains her too.
Well, I chose this location to talk about Marta because it represents one of the last big projects that she did here in Delaware County. And it showed a lot of vision, a lot of imagination to say there's an old bridge that's being torn down out near Albany. Let's bring it into town where people can see it. So we've got some heritage, but it's also a beautiful landmark for our greenway.
She was great at providing creative funding sources and developing a non-reverting fund so that we could continue to grow our GIS system without relying on the local tax base. In terms of GIS-related projects, she helped the county push and adopt a GIS addressing system and parcel database. That's now integrated into many different aspects of local government and has become critical, and also making that data available to the public.
The Muncie Action Plans had to step up to try to fill her shoes, which is truly impossible because Marta had the most amazing institutional knowledge on planning within our county. So MAP has stepped up to try to move that work forward, but it's just really been difficult without Marta's leadership and without her knowledge and her connection.
I'm just really happy that I was able to work with her over the years, get to know her a little bit, and be able to see the successes that she helped with in this community.
The planning world, especially in Indiana, is better for having had her in it. And I think that her generosity, her knowledge, and her legacy will continue to benefit Hoosier planners for many years to come.
For her memory and just all she's done for me, we're going to make sure Cardinal stays on top and keeps the trail that she's so proud of, and we'll just be here for generations to come.
As I'm sure everyone that knew her and worked with her have said, her absence in the community will just be felt for a long time. But her legacy of all the things that she worked to make better in our community will just live on forever.
She was such a caring and loving person. And she loved our community more than just about anyone that I know. And I truly miss her, and I miss her friendship.
I think she's very good with people, able to make people understand why something was needed and how to get it done. And she was also flexible. I think she took other people in life. She must have had many offers to go other places that would have paid her a lot more, but she didn't. She stayed right here in Delaware County. We really owe her a lot for all that she brought to make our county better.
Before I start with the resolution, just real quick, a couple of things. I started in the real estate business about 35 years ago, and with local government, Marta was one of the first people that I had an interaction with, and it was to help me through how the zoning and process works and how things were zoned and why they were zoned that way. But with Marta, she's always there to help people. When they came to her office or called on the phone, you always got an answer from her. And then I remember another time when actually Ron Quakenbush and myself, I believe it was, sat down with Marta and Kyle back in the office to talk about the GIS plan, and that we were going to have to spend some money to get Kyle up to speed to take on 2 jobs. And we've seen what that's turned into today. And just like all of those things we see in Delaware County went through the planning process. She was also able to tackle those tough tasks, putting 2 groups together that differed in opinion from way in one direction and way in the other direction, and somehow put together a board and try and bring them together for a fun. And she did that several times. So it was my honor to be able to present this resolution to the state senate, actually in 2022 or 2023, I guess, session, and we weren't able to get through it in time, and I think the timing worked out good. So a year later, we got this resolution done, and I'll go ahead and read the resolution to you. This is State Senate Concurrent Resolution 14, memorializing Marta Moody. Marta Moody was born to Patricia and Maurice Moody on November 4th, 1951, Lafayette, Indiana. Marta attended Chesterton High School and was a graduate of Ball State University. Having entered public service as a zoning planner in 1979, Marta was named Executive Director of the Delaware Muncie Metro Planning Commission in 1987, where she played a key role in researching and enabling major development projects on behalf of both Delaware County and Muncie for 44 years. Marta worked to provide educational opportunities for students and had a longtime partnership with Department of Urban Planning at Ball State University, a relationship that motivated the faculty to establish the Marta Moody Public Sectors Award. Marta served on several boards, including the Cardinal Greenways Board of Directors, and most recently as president, as well as boards in the Indiana Association of Floodplain Stormwater Management and White River Watershed Project. Marta worked towards the successful development of the Muncie Trail System for more than 20 years, for which she received the 2023 Indiana Greenways Foundation Award in memoriam and was honored with the Ball Brothers Foundation John W. and Janice B. Fisher Governance Award for exemplary leadership, integrity, responsibility, and accountability. And Marta's tireless support for students at Ball State University and her lifetime of public service in Muncie and neighboring communities will be greatly missed. Therefore, be it resolved that the Senate of the General Assembly of the State of Indiana, House of Representatives concurring, that the Indiana General Assembly memorializes Marta Moody with this resolution. Thank you, Commissioners. I've got 2 copies of the resolution. If you need to have any more made, you can help us decide on where to display. I was thinking maybe one here in the county building, one out at the Greenway. But it's been truly an honor to be able to present this resolution here today for Marta. I know she's greatly missed. It's going to take a lot of people. No one will ever replace Marta, but it's going to take a lot of people and a lot of work to keep us moving in a direction that is a good one for the county. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
Marta will be missed in this community. She did a lot.
I would like to, get a frame for that, hang it outside the, Planning Commission office. I would also like to honor her, and I know the bridge is memorializing Marta, but I would also like to, make the Planning Commission room down there, the Marta Moody, room down there. What room number is that? 206, and get a plaque with her picture and, the dedication to that room. She is missed, and Marta was a great lady, and she was small, but boy was she mighty. So I would like to do that. Do I need to make a motion?
Go ahead and make a motion.
I'll make a motion, we do that.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Ms. Henry,
Yes,
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. King.
Yes.
thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Next, we'll move to contracts and agreements for approval, the Nixon Industrial Park and Braden subdivision.
Thank you for hearing me today. I really didn't want to be next. Today we're bringing before 2 plats that we're dedicating road right-of-way on. One is the Nixon Industrial Park plat. We will be doing part of Cowan Road and also the road that goes into the property. It's called Progress Boulevard. We do have the money that has been set aside for the building of that road. So all I need to do today is dedicate them to the commissioners. And the second one is the road right-of-way for Braden subdivision, which is on Highway 35. And it's just the additional road right-of-way so that it would fit for the thoroughfare plan, for the commissioner's thoroughfare plan.
I make a motion, we approve the request for both Nixon and Braden, the Nixon Industrial Park and Braden subdivision.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Henry,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Ms. King?
Yes.
Thank you.
Next, we have the NDOT LPA project coordination contract. Angie?
Morning, Commissioners. This is just a NDOT standard boilerplate contract that you're familiar with. This is Group 3 federal funds that will be supplementing, the remaining, NPO funds, and it's for $145,970. Just for the record, the bridge goes to letting in July. The construction will be done under traffic, but Butterfield will be closed at 12th Street, that will be open from 32 to 22 business.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second for approval. Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Ms. Reagan?
Yes.
Ms. King?
Yes. Next, we have the LPA consulting contract. Angie?
This is a supplemental for Bridge 112, located on 600 South at Williams Creek. It is for an additional $30,375. Some additional permitting is required for environmental and some adjustments for the bridge design along with right-of-way utility.
Is that the bridge that was built back in the 50s?
Built back in 55.
Yeah.
Good knowing.
Well, I happened to find it one day. I hadn't been a commissioner very long. And I pulled over and read the plaque. And the first woman commissioner was on that plaque.
Oh, really?
So I was kind of teary-eyed. But I'm only the second woman commissioner. Little history.
That's important. Also, just to let you know, I've been working with Kylie Swackhammer on, she believes she can find the 80% match in her MPO funds.
Thank you. I so move.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Ed, can you call the roll?
Ms. Henry?
Yes.
Ms. Reagan?
Yes.
Ms. King?
Yes.
Thank you.
Next, we have the AT&T contract. Mr. Fluke?
Morning, Commissioners. What you have before you today is the AT&T contract for internet service to the county building and the Justice Center. Last meeting, I had brought up the fact that we might consider increasing the internet bandwidth at the Justice Center. And with that change, bumping it up from a 500 meg to 1,000 meg, actually the cost went down by signing a 3-year agreement with this. So it went from $3,228 a month to $2,399 a month. Save money by re-signing and putting on an extended contract.
Congratulations. And you have the money in your budget, or you need some help on that?
I believe that's paid out of the Commissioner's AT&T bill.
Good, then you saved us money. I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Ed, can you call the roll?
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Ms. Reagan?
Yes.
Ms. King?
Yes.
Thanks for working on that.
All right, thank you.
Next, we have the Delaware County Farm Ground. I believe, this will just, be to place a notice to take bids on the farm ground.
This is the farm ground around the Justice Center, and the notice has it set to be, heard on May 6th.
When I was reading this, the bids are due 8:30 a.m. on the 3rd day of May. But since the building doesn't open until the public, till 8:30, I didn't know if we wanted to say 8:45 to give them time to get through the door, or
Fine with me. You guys wanna change it to 8:45?
Mr. Carroll's office. Yeah, 8:45 with me.
I'll make a motion, we approve the notice with the, correction of 8:45 instead of 8:30.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Henry?
Yes.
Ms. Reagan?
Yes.
King?
Yes. Next, we have acknowledgement and assumption agreement. Ms. Struble.
John has gone over all of this. And this is for the Living Green Farms.
And they're putting the bill for the
Yes.
project.
Yeah, we can email all this on this.
Mhm.
I saw the email on all this. I'll make a motion to approve.
Have a motion and a second. Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Mr. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. King.
Yes. Next, we'll move to ordinance for first reading, an emergency ordinance to limit weight and commercial truck traffic on Bridge 51 on McGalliard Road at Killbuck Creek in Delaware County. This is just to take it down to 3 tons until we can get a replacement deck or.
We have a blanket.
So we probably need to introduce it, suspend the rules, and then pass it today.
I'll make a motion. We introduce the ordinance.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Mr. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. King.
Yes.
Make a motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Mr. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. King.
Yes.
I make a motion we adopt the ordinance.
Second.
Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Mr. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. King.
Yes.
Martha, if you could give me a signed copy, email it, and I'll send it to the sheriff's office. Thank you.
Next, we have ordinances for second reading, being a resolution of approval to amend the text of the Delaware County Comprehensive Zoning Ordinance regarding the solar energy. Was this just a change in some wording or?
Hello, Kathleen Swackenberg with Plan Commission. So this was changing, this was Article 31, Section 13, D2 and D3. So back in November, when D was amended, the initially proposed setbacks for that section were 200 for D2, 250 for D3. At that meeting, there was a motion to change that first D2 that was set at, proposed at 200. There was a motion to change that to 500. It was just overlooked that in approving that change from 200 to 500, that the 250 should also be changed to 550 so that those numbers correlated properly. So this was just changing the 3 that was still listed at 250 to 550.
So you're trying to correct the ordinance according to the vote.
Yes. So the initially proposed 500 that was approved back in November still stands. We're not trying to change that. The 250 could have never happened anyway. If you're following the 500, the 250 could not have physically been possible, but we just want to correct so that it relates properly to the one before it.
And this received a favorable recommendation from the Plan Commission, correct?
Yes.
I'll make a motion we approve.
I'll second that.
Have a motion and a second. Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Henry.
Yes.
Mr. Reagan.
Yes.
Mr. King.
Yes. Next, we have a resolution for approval, a resolution of Delaware County, Indiana Board of Commissioners making a final determination to transfer certain tax sale certificates for properties to nonprofit entities pursuant to Indiana Code 6-1.1-24-6 and Indiana Code 6-1.1-2417.
Ed, on these properties, the same list we've had prior, the addresses were all correct, but there was some, discrepancy in parcel numbers, is that correct?
Correct.
And you guys have
I found out about it like 4 o'clock on Friday.
and you guys have fixed that, though, correct?
Correct.
The one copy that we're bringing today.
And Ed, you passed out those copies?
Yes.
So have a,
Yeah, I laid those in front of you. There's corrected ones that are handwritten in, so it should have all the correct parcel numbers in those. Good address. I worked with Nate on that, so we reviewed that this morning and that all cleared out.
Corrected it this morning.
I'll make,
Appreciate your work on that.
yeah, thank you, thanks for doing that, Ed. I make a motion, we approve, the resolution, with the corrected copy that Ed provided of Exhibit A.
Second,
Have a motion and a second. Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Henry,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
yes.
Ms. King,
Yes. Next, we'll move to department heads and elected officials. Fred, I know you'd like to say something about 911.
Yeah, so starting yesterday for the next week, it's National Telecommunicator Week, which is when everybody recognizes, dispatch. I'd like to formally recognize our staff. I think we have arguably some of the best dispatchers in the state, so, this is the week where we celebrate them.
Sounds good. Appreciate the job you're doing too, Fred.
Yeah, let them know we appreciate them.
Anyone else?
Things I like to share. Just want to share some good news. We were recently awarded 2 grants. One from IDEM, it's their waste tire grant. This will help reimburse the county highways expenses for tires that get dumped around the county that we are stuck picking up, and it's very expensive to drop them off at Best Way, East Central Recycling. And then we just recently were notified we were awarded 1.5 million for the community crossing matching grant program. And that is for roads to be paved in Delaware County. I don't know if you want me to list them or not, but I will have a contract for you to sign soon for this, so
Okay.
really excited.
If you could post that list as soon as possible.
Sure.
Be nice.
Give it Kyle and just have Kyle post it on the.
Yeah, I
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys working on that grant, those grants too.
Anyone else?
James, I have something too.
Okay.
Albany, or I'm sorry, it's on Albany Street. Selma has a small property at 115 South Albany, similar to what you guys did with the Muncie Land Bank would be the process. It's been through, I think, at least 3 tax sales. I worked with the auditor's office just to verify all of that. They are wanting to know if that small lot can be transferred to Selma so they can try to do something with that. It's near their post office, just down from their town hall, and I can send the beacon printout to you guys. I think I sent an email maybe a week or so ago just to kind of give you a heads up it would be coming, but they are requesting to see if that process could get started on that.
I'm fine with that.
I'm good with it. Could you send us, the beacon shot of that?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Anybody else? If not, we'll move to payment of claims in amount of $1,187,153.15 and payment of ARP claims in the amount of $300,556.47.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Ed, can you call the roll, please?
Mr. Henry,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes. Nobody? Well, we have nobody signed up. I'd entertain a motion to recess.
So moved.
Second.
Ed, can you call the roll?
Mr. Henry,
Yes.
Ms. Reagan,
Yes.
Mr. King,
Yes.